because he sits on the ranking and rating committee for that. So we'll go that far. Alex?
Like Commissioner said, my name is Alex Gonzalez, and I'm the Director for Body Mental Health for Tula County. And I just want to take about a couple minutes just to talk to you about our relationship that we have with the Research Center here in Tula. Body Mental Health for Tula County, currently we have a little over 1,700 clients, open clients at this point. I run those numbers this morning. And I would say the majority of our clients are referred from the Research Center, or we refer them to the Research Center for different reasons. I'm not sure how we, as the mental health provider, substance abuse provider for the County of Tula, are going to be able to provide the services necessary for our clients without having a place like the Research Center, which houses the food bank and the other services that we provide through caring. We have another program called the Shelter Plus Care, together with the Housing Authority and with the Big Help of Caring, where we provide housing for those ones who are in need in Tula County. We have served, since we started, about a little over 150 families. Currently we're serving 53 individuals. And again, that is done through the partnership that we can create here in Tula County. I think that the big difference that we have in Tula County that we don't see, or sometimes we give for granted, is the opportunity that we have to create a relationship with other partners in the community. Something that it is really hard to find in counties like Salt Lake or Utah County or Davis County that are a lot bigger. To the side that we have in Tula County and the good relationship that we have with partners, the health department, housing, the research center, aging services, and others, we're able to provide those services that we need to provide to our clients who are mentally ill. From just depression and anxiety to bipolar disorder and schizophrenia. And I have seen how helpful they are with any of our clients. It doesn't matter what diagnosis they have, I can refer them to the resource center and get the services they need at the resource center. And the main reason that I'm here today is just to give my support, official support to the work that the resource center is doing. And not only give my support, but being able to do something about it and being able to help them continue the work that they're doing up to now. I will stay until the end, and if any of you guys have any questions about our relationship with the Resource Center or the services that we provide about mental health, feel free to ask me at the end, and I will be more than happy to answer those questions. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Lori Hensley, and I work for the Tula County School District. I started in '07, and we had, I was the first person in this job, and we had 100 homeless students. Now, I'll tell you the definition in a minute. I served 801 students last year in helping them with their school needs. I follow under a federal law. It's called the McCann-Vento, where it's part of the No Child Left Behind. And it's a federal law that mandates that all students get comparable education, whether or not they're housed or whether or not they're not housed. And the definition that we go by is children or youth who lack regular, fixed, or adequate nighttime residence. Currently, we have 677 students in our district. This is all the Iroquois and Vernon and Wendover. We service the whole county, and they have identified as homeless. Now, 77% of these students, they're sharing housing because of economic hardship. We're not talking about living with grandma and grandpa, and it's a nice situation where they prefer to do that. We're talking about people that unless they shared housing with someone, they would, like a family member, or I've known strangers that have gotten together with their families to house together. Currently we have 2% of our students that have lived in a hotel or a motel. 26% would be part of the shelter, the domestic violence shelter that we have here, transitional housing, which is we just received, and then awaiting foster care placement. We have 19 students, or 3%, living in a place without adequate facilities. Those would be water, electricity, heat, the things that we take for granted. Some of these students live in very poorly put together homes, and they have problems with broken windows, or I've seen doors with just plywood on them, just a lot of different things. And then we have 98 students who are enrolled either with a family member or a friend of the family or something where mom and dad is not in the picture. Basically, if you look at the things that we can do for students, I mean, I'm the barrier buster. I can determine their eligibility, assist with enrollment, do backpacks and school supplies, give DI vouchers, waive their breakfast and lunch. They get 2 meals a day. Waive secondary school fees, assist with transportation as needed, and assist with supplemental education. That is the bottom line that my job entails. We have, from there, we refer to the Community Resource Center, to the food bank, to Will Housing Authority, and to Workforce Services. Once we get them in school, they're stable, they're fed, they're, have clothes that they can wear, we're basically, our job is done. Other than to watch them during the school year and make sure that all of everything that should be in place, it continues to be in place. Without relief services, I don't know really what, we would have nowhere to refer. When I first started, they were just starting as well, and compared to other counties, we are just so far ahead. Let me just tell you, as I meet statewide or international or nationally with people, we are so far ahead having the Community Resource Center. I have other liaisons within the state, so what do you do when you have someone that's not housed, or someone that their electricity's turned off or something? And I have a place to refer, and that would be the Community Resource Center. So I'm here as an advocate for them and for the things that they're doing and pursuing and maintaining. And thank you for your time.
Well, I'm Deanne Christiansen with Twilla County Housing Authority, and I appreciate all of you for taking the time to come out tonight. We're talking about some really important things for our community, and we have a wonderful community. A community that I'm proud to be part of, a community I'm proud to live in. And as I look out amongst you in the audience, I recognize a lot of you who work in the community to make it a better place, and I just personally want to say thank you for that. I've been with Twilla County Housing Authority since 1993, and there's been a lot of changes in the last 20 years. I have to say that the last year or two have been, I've seen a lot of things that have been worse than I've ever seen before, in that there's so many people that are affected by the economy right now. There's a lot of people in our community in need, and I must say that they're not people that are lazy. They're hardworking individuals like you and I, and they've just been down on their luck a bit. I hope by the time I'm done with my presentation that you'll have a better understanding of what the waiting list for people in Twilla County at the Housing Authority, what our waiting list looks like. And I hope that you'll get a better feel after I'm done presenting of what kind of people are on our waiting list and what the need is. Our Housing Authority's mission is to use community resources and to partnership and collaborate and expand our funding sources. And we want to continue to efficiently manage the resources we have. And We do a really good job of doing that. Twila County Housing Authority is created by the County Commission through resolution. We are a political subdivision of state government, and our role is to help the low income, the very low, low and moderate income people in our community with housing, with affordable housing. I'm going to talk a little bit about, mostly tonight, about the column at the top, the very low income, which is 30% of the area median income. Let's just use a family of 4 as an example for tonight. I don't know, those of you in the room, I don't know what size your family is. But the family of 4, at 30% of the area median income, makes about $20,000 a year. And a family of 4 at 50% of the area median income makes about $35,000. So just kind of keep that in your memory as we go on. I wonder if you or I had to live on $20,000 a year or $35,000 a year, what we would do and how we would make ends meet for our families. The Housing Authority has 215 vouchers, which are tenant-based rental assistance. They're funded by the federal government, and we pay a portion of the rent, and the tenant or the household pays a portion of the rent, and it's based on their household income. Typically, they'll pay about 30% of their income in rent. As you can see by the graph, we really help a lot of elderly and disabled households. You can see that we're helping 56% versus 44% of other households. We're assisting 449 individuals, and we have a huge waiting list. Our waiting list is longer than it's ever been since I've worked there, with 1,649 households. Now, when we talked a few minutes ago about the area median incomes, I want to point out here, and this is really important, because I've had so many people tell me that our waiting list is big because we have lazy people in Twila County. I'm here to tell you that is not true. If you look at our waiting list, we have 1,649 households. Of those, we have 108 who are elderly and 203 who are disabled. Now, the 30% area median income, we have 1,308 households on the waiting list. 933 of those households have a preference. Now, let me tell you what a preference is. A preference means they're working, they're going to school, they're elderly or disabled, or they're a victim of domestic violence. And we hope to soon have a preference added for homeless. But that is 85% of the households on the waiting list that are at 30%, which is $20,000 a year. They're working, they're going to school, they're elderly or disabled, they're a victim of domestic violence. They're not just sitting around waiting for a handout. And it's really important that you remember that, and that you help me get that word out to your friends and neighbors, because it says a lot about the caliber of people that live in our community. Now, of the people that are at 50% of the area median income, they make up about 15% of our waiting list, and there's 252 households, and 240 of them have a preference. It's phenomenal to me. I think it's wonderful. It's sad that we have the waiting list, but that's the kind of people we have on our waiting list. People that are out trying to help themselves. The population, according to the last census report for Twila County, we have 59,326 people. And the 10,871, that just represents the number of people that Twila County Housing Authority impacts with affordable housing. We're not counting some of the other affordable housing that's owned by private people, like the Canyon Cove Housing, the Willow Creek, Remington Park, Lakeview. We're just counting the housing authority's impact on the community. And we're impacting 18.3%, which is good. Again, there's this waiting list now. This number includes all of the affordable housing programs, not just the Section 8 one where we help pay their rent. So that includes all of our waiting lists for properties that we own and manage, which we have 122 units that we own and manage. And we have a lot of households on those waiting lists as well. I just want to recap quickly the impact that the Twila County Housing Authority has on citizens of our county. We ran a down payment assistance program since 2001, and we've averaged helping 22 households become permanent housing owners, so they own a home. Our program gives $3,000 to a down payment assistance for closing costs or down payment assistance, and we're proud of that. You know, we feel like if we can help somebody transition from being in the rental market to a homeowner, that helps all of us. It helps our tax base, it helps the family to be more stable and more settled, and it gives more structure to the children and to the whole household. So it's important for the Housing Authority to fill in that final gap of affordable housing and help people become permanently housed. And that's an important goal of our Housing Authority. We do a good job of that. We have 1,144 individuals that we help monthly because of our either the tenant-based rental assistance program, which we help the 215, or other programs that we own and manage the property. And then listed over here are just a variation, just a synopsis of all of the properties we own and manage and how many units they have. And then this graph just shows you that the bulk of our financing comes through the tenant-based rental assistance, where we help 5,388 individuals. And then all the other programs across the bottom constitute the other funding sources that we get. The Housing Authority has approximately $2.3 million annual budget. And as you can see, we impact a lot of people's lives. We help a lot of people. And I just want to pledge my support to Valley Mental Health, Lori for all that you do, and Karen for all that you do, and Lori for all that you do as well, and all of the rest of you in this room that serve the public. You know, it's important for us to have good leaders in our community, and I feel fortunate to be surrounded by all of you who are good leaders. And I am also available if you need to ask more questions, or if you ever want to stop in our office. We do have a website as well where we have all of our applications online. And again, I'm glad we have the community partnerships that we do. If we didn't have those community partnerships, the Housing Authority wouldn't be as successful as we are either. So appreciate all of you.